At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up half.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like yeah, 5'6". Yeah, I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, outside, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Him make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? They make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? They make profits. That TTG money gang. They making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, you, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in case you did not know, we were Benzinga FinTech Awards finalists for the best data analysis tool last year. And we are also currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, individual mentorship and coaching on stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We cover all styles of trading. We day trade, we swing trade, we even cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone inside True Trading Group. Now we take that university level of curriculum, guys, and we team it up with 8 professional full-time trading moderators that are with you each and every single day. Do this for a living with all different types of trading styles, from pre-market all the way through until the close. The moderators and I are not just gone after the first hour or two, and then you are left to fend for yourself. You'll also have access to the members, our THD fam, the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you are ever going to find, not to mention the real-time trade alerts from the moderators and myself that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions as a group of just around 80%, now going on roughly the last 4 years. If you're wondering who I am and why I should really listen to the things that I discuss on this channel, it's not because I think that I'm the world's greatest trader. It's not because I have a 100% win rate. It is simply because I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working at T3 Alpha Fund, my first job right out of college in New York City, where I had to go through an educational training program before the fund let me touch $1 of their money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, and the stock market crashed. But it was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. You fast forward now, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 8 other professional trading moderators and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We actually have members in 115 different countries. We truly are a global community here at True Trading Group. So if you are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you guys have come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel with myself and other THD pro trading mods and special guests. Drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, trade ideas, and commentary that can help you make money. So if you've not yet done so, smash that like button and show some love. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Make sure that you never miss out on any of these live streams. It's going to be a big week. It's all about the Fed meeting. It's all about the Fed meeting this week. And, you know, last week I came on in front of you guys, talked about how I thought that we're going to start to see an increase in volatility in this market. And so far, markets have really just kind of gone straight up, which seems a little unprecedented. A lot of people thought that the markets and the economy would be in a far different place by March of 2024, including myself. I mean, markets and the economy have held up far better than most people had anticipated, and also far better than what I had anticipated. But yet, nonetheless, kind of here we are. And, you know, I think that we have started, and I think we're going to continue to see and experience something that we really haven't seen in the last couple of months, which is bigger swings to the upside and the downside in this market, where you're going to get wider movement between, you know, prior day's close and the next day's close and highs and lows of the day, and really start to see some trading activity really kind of open itself up, right? And that's because we've got that Fed meeting coming up this week. And I think that some people might be a little nervous that you might get a more hawkish Jerome Powell than we've had in the last 2 meetings. And we're going to get the new dot plot. So the new dot plot is where the Fed members think interest rates are going to be moving throughout the rest of the year. And I'm just wondering what the market's reaction is going to be if the dot plot moves to like 3 or 4 of the members actually push their thoughts of maybe 3 rate cuts, maybe down to even 2 or 1 rate cut based on the data that we have gotten recently. So I think you're going to start to see this increase in volatility. You had this, you know, worse than expected inflation data last week. And that's also coming a month after you had worse than expected inflation data for January. You had worse inflation data for February. And we got February's data just last week. They're higher than what was expected. So the markets are really holding on still to hopes of multiple rate cuts sooner rather than later. And I'm wondering just how that recent inflation data are going to impact those decisions from the Fed. So remember the two things that are most important to the Fed: jobs market and inflation. So for them, they don't want to repeat what happened in the 70s with Paul Volcker, right? Jerome Powell does not want to be the person that gets to the finish line, then breaks his ankles and just doesn't finish the race. So I don't think that we're going to see any type of rate increases this year, but the question comes down to how many rate cuts do we actually get? There's no expectation of a rate cut on Wednesday, which is the Fed meeting, but you got to pay close attention to the words that Jerome Powell says. There was a lot of talk on CNBC today. People are talking about, oh, yeah, we think he might be more hawkish. Yeah, obviously, right? You have this hotter than expected inflation data. But I said to you on Sunday that what are we going to hear from him? Are we going to hear a Jerome Powell that sounds concerned about where inflation is currently? Or are we going to hear a Jerome Powell that says, listen, you're not going to get just inflation to come straight down. We're still happy with the data that we see. And we still do anticipate, cutting rates, at some point in the near future, as inflation continues to work its way towards our goal. So it's all going to come down to the tone and the words that Jerome Powell is going to use and the messaging that is going to be delivered on whether or not you're going to get any type of a real significant pullback in this market. You had a nice pullback on Friday. We were all over that inside of True Trading Group. I talked to you guys yesterday about the possibility of us moving back to the upside to retest that upward sloping channel and look for the rejection and then see if we start to roll to the downside. That is exactly what happened so far today. Right. So we literally drew for you guys yesterday, and I'll talk about this in more detail as we get into the meat and potatoes of the live stream. But we drew out this upward sloping channel that we had here on the spot. And I said to you guys that we broke out of it on Friday. And then we said, watch for the bounce back to try to go back up and get into the channel and then look for the rejection. And that's what happened there today. So I'm very interested to see, do we get any movement going into the Fed meeting? Do we get price action that looks like this? Or do we just bounce it right back and you just try to get back up into that channel ahead of the Fed meeting? And then Jerome Powell himself will determine whether or not we push back into the channel or if we start to roll it back down. You get a little bit of a profit take that takes you down to my target, which is 505. But I will need a hawkish Jerome Powell in order for us to, in a hawkish dot plot, I think I'll need that in order for us to get to this target. But so far from a technical standpoint, this is setting up for us pretty nicely, and it's kind of exactly the price action that we talked about last night. Now, for a while, the Fed meetings that we had been getting were like the end-all be-all for the market. The market hung on every single word that Jerome Powell said, and then inflation started to cool down. The Fed stopped raising rates, and the market started moving higher, and the Fed meetings just simply did not hold as much weight as they did back in 2022. There was a period there in 23 where Fed meetings started to become less of a factor. They were less volatile catalysts. The market didn't move as much as it had previously when the Fed was undergoing their rate hike cycle. Once they started getting to the back end of the rate hikes, the 25 hike, and then you had the pause, those meetings became less important because there was no longer a question mark of what the Fed was going to do. When volatility increases is when the market is unsure of the actions the Fed is going to take. That's why I think that moving forward, you may start to see those Fed meetings start to come back as a form of relevance and create a lot more volatility like they did in 2022 when the Fed was unsure when the market was unsure what the Fed was going to do, right? The market was unsure. Are they going to raise 25 basis points? Are they going to raise 50? Are they going to raise 100 basis points? Right? The markets were unsure. That created volatility. Now, I believe as you roll into the next couple of Fed meetings, March, May, June, I think that the markets will be unsure of what the Fed is going to do. And let's see if Jerome Powell on Wednesday clouds that or makes it more clear. If Jerome Powell makes it more clear what their path and their plan is, the markets will be totally fine and totally stable. If Jerome Powell clouds the market's vision on the look into what the next couple of months look like as far as rate cuts, that's when you'll start to get volatility. The market has no problem with good news, with bad news. Where the market really hates is a lack of clarity. The market is a forward-looking mechanism. It'll look forward for like 6-9 months, whatever it is, and that's where the markets will trade if they can see through to that period of time.
Hey, Mike.
Yo.
You know who else hates a lack of clarity?
Who?
I do during this period of time in my life with my questionable ex-wife. That's all.
Oh man, brutal. Just brutal. just brutal, man. But who is that skinny guy? Who was that guy over there? That, in case you guys did not know, if you're new to the stream, that is my business partner and the co-founder of True Trading Group. Yo, Charles Perrault, first live stream as a member, baby. Welcome, Charles. Hell yes. Welcome, Charles. Charles just became a full-time member of True Trading Group. Charles, it is my pleasure to welcome you officially as part of the TTG family. No more typing the letter TTG for Charles. Welcome, man. That's very exciting. I'm glad that you became a full-time member of the group. Great job, man. So yeah, I think that you're going to get, this is going to start to become more important than it has been. And you just go back and you take a look. Anytime these Fed meetings were important, the volatility kicks up huge, leading into, during, after the Fed meeting. And then more Fed members come out. They go on these like speaking engagements, right? But nobody on this stream should be scared of volatility. Volatility is your absolute best friend. It simply means stocks are going to make bigger moves in shorter periods of time. And that means more money making opportunities for us. Now, if you don't know what you're doing and you're not comfortable with volatility, then it can absolutely kick your ass and eat you alive. But if you are prepared for it, it could be the best money making opportunities that you guys will see in the markets all year. So the markets right now are sitting up here at all-time highs, and the market really is a factor of greed and fear, right? Right now, there's a lot of greed. There's a lot of greed in saying, oh, Bitcoin to 150K, NVIDIA to 1,200, markets to the moon, right? Everything just goes up, 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 up as the markets sit here at all-time highs. A lot of greed in this market right now. But it is funny to see so many people that are now thinking that it's a good time to get involved in the markets. And I'm not saying that it's not a good time to get involved in the markets, but it's funny to see it takes new all-time highs and a 300% gain in NVIDIA and a double up on Bitcoin for people to say, oh, it's a good time for me to get involved in the markets. When the SPY was at 360 and 380, when we were buying in our long-term portfolios in True Trading Group, because again, TTG is not just day trading and swing trading. We also cover long-term portfolio stuff as well. And I notify you guys when I make moves in my long-term portfolio. I tell you what I'm buying, what I'm rotating in, what my top ideas are for the year, and stocks I'm holding for the next 10 years versus ones that are quick 1 year, 2 year holds, and et cetera. And we were buying hand over fist in 360s and 380s in the SPY. And now you're at 512. And now everyone's saying, I should get involved in the markets. It didn't feel good in the 360s, 380s. It didn't even feel good for some people in the 400s, but now it feels great at 512. Now people are trying to get their ass in gear. And many people were exposed to the markets during COVID, but now they're saying, oh, I'm ready this time. This time it's different. It's ready. And I'd be getting back involved, but maybe we're going to do things differently this time. Right? These are some of the things that you hear from people that got a taste of the markets during COVID and are thinking about coming back. There's no get rich quick scheme with this. As much as I wish there was, because it would be a hell of a lot easier for me to sit up here and tell you about a membership to True Trading Group. If I can tell you that within a month, I'll make you a millionaire. It's just not possible. It's not realistic. Okay. It's really just not realistic. Okay. And I'm never going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I believe that you need to hear. There is only get wealthy smart is what we say in True Trading Group. There's no get rich quick. This isn't about YOLOing to the moon. This isn't about, this is about trading within your means and finding your trader identity and finding a style of trading that actually works for you so that you can participate in the greatest market environment I've seen in 18 years of doing this. And you guys can actually take advantage of that opportunity so that it suits you, not somebody else, and actually give you a real chance of becoming successful. We have 8 pro traders in True Trading Group, all with different strategies. We trade stocks, options, crypto, futures. So maybe you're not a day trader. That's totally fine. We swing trade every week. We've got swing trades going on in True Trading Group. If you have a demanding full-time job, you might want to focus on that swing trading. If you're super busy, maybe you're an astronaut and you're in outer space, maybe just focus on your long-term portfolio. Okay. And even if you do have a full-time job, that doesn't mean you can't day trade. We have over 10,000 members in TTG. 82% of them have full-time jobs and work over 40 hours a week. So if those people can still trade, thanks to the mobile app that we have, you download it when you become a member. And this way you'll be able to stay connected to us even when you're not in front of your computer. You can watch the screen share. We share our screens with you during the day so you see what the mods are looking at. We talk to you live on the microphone, giving you analysis and answering questions during the day. And then most importantly, you'll get the real-time push notifications sent to your cell phone in real time when the moderators enter or exit positions. And that's how so many of our members are able to take advantage of what goes on in any given day inside of the TTG platform. It's thanks to that mobile app. So if they can do it, then so can you. This isn't just day traders, right? It's not just for people that have all the time in the world to just sit in front of a computer screen, right? Otherwise, we sure as hell wouldn't have over 10,000 members if this required you to sit in front of a computer screen all day long. It's not realistic. I don't expect you to be able to do that. But the opportunity is everywhere. So whatever your goals are, the market's ripe for it right now. But it's also important for you to realize, and for me to debunk the 2 biggest lies that people tell themselves, that they regurgitate, that they hear other people discuss and other people talk about. And those 2 lies are, I don't have enough money to get started, and I have no time because of my job. Those are the 2 biggest lies and the 2 biggest misconceptions that you will ever be told on why you are unable to participate in this market. Both of those things are excuses. They're garbage. They're not legitimate. They're not real. The other thing that we hear from a lot of people is that, well, all right, you guys have this group of 10,000 traders, but like how many people are actually successful? And that's a very valid question. And you should ask that question. And the answer should not come from me, right? Just because I tell you that people are making money doesn't make it so, and doesn't think that you should just believe the things that I say. Just because I say them, you should not just take it. Because at the end of the day, I understand I'm just somebody on YouTube and you may not know who I am yet. You'll begin to learn who I am the longer you hang out here if you become part of True Trading Group, and you'll start to realize the honesty and the transparency that you have in TTG with winning trades, losing trades, break-even trades, everything, and the commitment that we have to the members, to our family, and to this platform. But in order for me to answer that question for you best, I'll just ask members themselves. People that are in the exact position that you're considering putting yourself in right now. So members, do me a favor and type the number 1 in chat right now. If you guys are making money and you are becoming better traders because of TTG, just go ahead and type the number 1 inside of chat right now. Go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. If you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders because of True Trading Group. Now, for people that are on the stream that are not members, I advise you just pay attention to the people that are typing number 1 and see how many that there are. Because these are your peers, your friends, your family members, and your coworkers. And if they can do it, then so can you. There's absolutely no reason why you're not able to do this. They're not successful because they're lucky. They're not successful because I've given them some special indicator that Wall Street doesn't want retail to know about. Marie made 209% on Roblox today. Great trade. Great trade. That was shy. Little swing trade there on Roblox, 209% gain. I believe Shy's got some off 220%, I believe, on the put. That's just one example. One example, right? One example of the trades that you guys could expect as a member of TTG. So these are all people that are typing the number 1, telling you that they're making money, right? But you might think, oh, well, maybe those people don't have full-time jobs. Well, if you thought that the people that are typing the number 1 saying they're making money don't have full-time jobs, you'd also be wrong. First time in a group, no anxiety. I made 180% today on the Roblox trade. Taking profits. Great job. Congrats. Beautifully done. Masterful trade. Congratulations. Made $600 on my account, which was only $500, says Sandy. This is what's real. This is what's possible. I told you I won't make you a millionaire in 30 days, but Sandy can turn a $500 account into $1,100. Taking profits can nail 180% gain in just one day. Marie can hit a 209% gain in the swing trade. So these are the things that are real, and these are the things that are possible. It's also possible to make money while working a full-time job, and I'll prove that to you now as well. Members that are making money while working a full-time job, can you guys do me one more favor? Just type number 1 and tell me what you do for a living. So this way the people that are not members can maybe take a look and see if they see anyone that actually does the same thing for a living as they do. So just go ahead, guys, type number 1, tell me what you do for a living if you're making money while working a full-time job. I just show people what's actually real. You know, you might say, oh, Mike, it's easy for you to say. You can sit at your desk all day long. And you're right. I can sit at my desk all day long, but I've earned that right. There's a lot of people that still teach a classroom full of kids. Drive a 18-wheeler across the country. Here, let's read some of them. Realtor, truck driver, electrician, sales, teacher, wedding DJ, architect, construction sales, CNC operator, doctor, maintenance electrician, farmer. I own 2 of my own businesses. You guys get the point. I don't need to read every single comment that we have that comes through from the members, but you should read them and see if there's someone there that does the same thing for a living as you do. Because then if they can do it, then why the hell can't you? You think your job is demanding? What about teaching a classroom full of 10-year-olds? How do they do it? Think about that. A firefighter. Think about when that bell goes off for a firefighter. It doesn't matter that you're in a position. That bell goes off, you got to go. How about being a truck driver? On the road driving 14 hours out of the day, driving across the country or up and down the coast. What's your excuse? What's your excuse? If they can do it, then so can you. A lot of people think you need tens of thousands of dollars to get started. It's also not true. A lot of people started True Trading Group with less than $1,000 in their trading account after they joined us. $200, $400, and they've since turned those accounts into 4- and 5-digit accounts. You just heard Sandy said that they just turned a $500 account. They just made $600 on a $500 account, which means they've more than doubled their account from $500 to $1,100. Do me a favor, guys. If you started True Trading Group with less than $1,000 in your trading account, just do me a favor and tell me, what did you start with? It's another big one of those misconceptions, and I just want to prove people wrong. I don't want you to limit yourself. The limits that you've imposed are self-inflicted. These are self-imposed restrictions. They are not restrictions that are actually real. Some people think you need $25,000 to get started. You don't. $200, $300. Wow. Elite Party DJ Michael Gagnier says, I started with $450. They're up to $29,000. Ty started with $500. Stack started with $700. Matthew started with $500. Mark started with $400. Elite Party DJ also, if you can prove that to us, I just want to verify that. It is a bold claim, and whenever we do have people that do make bold claims like that, we do like to verify it. We don't want to mislead anybody. I would, if you do not mind, Elite Party DJ, if you can text us, okay? If you can send us a text message, what number here? If you can send us a text message, Elite Party, to the 1-888-306-8783, just with some proof so we can verify that. That's incredible. Congratulations. But like I said, before I do make a claim like that, I do want to make sure that we can verify it. So if you don't mind, Elite Party, 1-888-306-8783. Let's read some of these others. Christopher West had an account with $300, has turned it into a $2,500 account. GoFundMe Sarah started with just $150. Wow, Sean Miller, 2,700% on your small account challenge. That's nuts. I'm a truck driver and I crushed Roblox today at a truck stop. Jamaica me crazy. Congratulations on a banger of a trade on that Roblox. Yeah, it seems like a lot of you caught some monster gains on the Roblox trade. Congrats.
Yeah, some would even say that they're doing well on Roblox in jest.
Adam is on a roll tonight. Adam is on a roll. You guys can't see it. So right now he's not on the screen, right? But I can see him behind the scenes. He's literally just rolling around his room because he's just on a roll. He's on a roll tonight, folks. I like it. I like this version of Adam. So there you guys have it, right? You guys get the point. Okay. But listen to me carefully. Before I get into all the meat and potatoes tonight, we'll talk about what the markets did today, what we think we do tomorrow. And then we got to start to plan about Jerome Powell. We're going to plan about the Fed. We'll go over some of that. I'll do a nice little grade my stock segment. I know you guys love the grade my stock segment where you guys can ask me questions about a particular stock. I'll grade it A, B, C, D. I'll give you my grade on it. I'll give you the reasons why that's my grade. I know you guys do love that. So we're getting into all that here today, how we're going to make money the rest of the week, right? We will cover all of that. But what you have to understand that True Trading Group, like I said, there's something for everybody. And you get everything that you need and nothing that you don't. So let's cut right through the noise. What is it that you actually need? Well, you need access to real education without being nickel and dime for every single course, right? Well, great. We're going to give you 22 courses. That's our entire curriculum that covers everything from beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, university level education. It's a simplified and expanded upon version of the training that I received working at the fund. We give you access to nearly 1,000 hours of recorded workshops and study group sessions organized by topic that we do live with our members. You get access to the chat room. It's not a Discord. It's our very own application where you log in and can literally watch us trade. You watch our screens. We talk to you during the day. We're in there for the whole day. Pre-market through close. We're not just gone after an hour and you're just left to fend for yourself. You get access to our entire community of 10,000 traders from 115 countries. You get our moderators watch list with detailed entry and exit points on exactly what we are focusing on before the market even opens. You're going to get 2 small private mentor group sessions where you and a small group of other members together with one of our professional trading mods work with them for a couple of hours on a Thursday. We do them every Thursday. There's no cost to you guys. You're going to get 2 of them, okay, to speed up that learning curve and get you guys headed on the right path. And of course, you get our premium blog, trading forums. Normally, we charge $1,212 for this. We don't do a monthly plan. Okay, I only want people that are serious about this. So normally it comes out to like $100 a month is really what it comes out to. But tonight you guys can save 50% off. It knocks the price down to just $597. Okay, that's less than $2 a day. And again, if you're wondering why is that a good idea to spend $597 for the entire year, access to our chat room, our mobile app, the trade alerts, the watch list. Why is that a good idea? Well, in case you needed a reminder one more time, members, if you're making money and becoming better traders, type the number 1. Members, making money, becoming better traders, type the number 1. So anybody that needed a reminder, here it comes. Pay attention to the people that are going to type the number 1. These are real people. These aren't bots. These are your friends, your family, and your coworkers. And if they can do it, then so can you. Exactly. Maria's like, man, a cafe latte costs more than that. Exactly. You've all spent more than this. You all literally spend more a month for coffee. You all do. And we're so confident that we can give you a real chance to do well that we actually offer anyone that signs up our double your money back guarantee. And I'll tell you about that in a second. But what you need to do right now is open up a new web browser, go to ttgoffer.com. Then you'll see the price is $1,212. Manually type in this coupon code, TTG121, click apply code. The price will then drop down to $597. Everything that you see on that page is included for the $597 without any upsells. Our refund policy is on that page. I'm going to explain it, but I want you to review it. It's right there in black and white. Nearly 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,500 reviews. We've been in business since 2017. We are not some fly-by-night Reddit or Discord group. That's why we have partnered with companies like Benzinga. So again, go to ttgoffer.com, manually use the code TTG121, click apply code. The price will then drop to $597. And the good news is that your price will renew at $597 next year. If you want to stay with us, you're locked in at $597. Now that's important because 78% of our members stay with us. We have a retention rate of 78%. So 78% of our members have either renewed their annual membership or they've upgraded to become a lifetime member of our community. We also have a refund rate that is less than 2.5%, which is why I have no problem offering any of you double your money back. See, we offer a double your money back guarantee because I believe so strongly in the platform that we have created and its ability to help you reach your goals. So when you join True Trading Group, you'll pay $597. If you do the following things: go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. If you do those three things and are still unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $597 membership fee, if you can't make that back at least once, you have the whole year to do this, by the way, right? You have the whole year to go through the courses and the quizzes and everything else. So take your time. You're not in a rush. It's not like, 14 days and then it's up, it expires. No, you have the whole year. If you can't make the $597 at least once, we'll give you back $1,194. That's the deal when you join True Trading Group. All you need to do is go to ttgoffer.com and then use the code TTG121. Click apply code. The price drops down to $597. And again, it doesn't matter. Next year, our membership can be $1,400. It doesn't matter. You'll only pay the $597 to renew. And I'm confident you're going to want to renew, considering 78% of our members stick with us. And last but not least, everyone listen to me carefully and understand, if you are a previous trial member, a current trial member, or a previous annual member and you would like to come back home, we must whitelist your email address. So you have to text us to 1-888-306-8783. That is 1-888-306-8783. You must text us with your name, your email, and the word home. Again, if you are currently a trial, previously a trial, or used to be an annual member and you would like to come back home, you must text us, if you are one of those people, to 1-888-306-8783. Phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. Text us with your name, your email, and the word home, and we will get you guys hooked up, set up for the $597 price point for everything that you see on ttgoffer.com. Again, that $597 comes with our chat room, obviously, the mobile app, the trade alerts, the watch list, the video library. It is all included with your $597 price point. Okay. So again, go to ttgoffer.com. You'll see the double your money back guarantee. It is right there on the checkout page. Yes, it is real. Go read it. It is in plain black and white. Now, I don't think you actually need the double your money back guarantee, but it's there for peace of mind and to hold us accountable. We do have to welcome Brent. All right, so I was going to say we have 20 spots available tonight. Brent just joined. That means we're now down to 19. Tomorrow, the membership's over $600. It's $597 tonight. Brent, welcome. 19 spots remain. So the next 19 people that join, or midnight tonight, whichever one of those two things happens first, the price jumps to over $600. You want it for $597? You go to ttgoffer.com. You enter the coupon code TTG121. You click apply code. Price drops to $597. Sign out. Check out. You guys are good to go. Again, any questions at all? We're fully transparent. We are an open book. All you got to do is text us 1-888-306-8783. Text us with any questions that you guys have. Brent, welcome to the TTG fam. All right. All right, folks, let's get down to business. Let's talk about it. So here we have the SPY, right? And here's that upward sloping channel that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. And on Friday, we fell out of it. And I had said to you guys on Friday, after we fell out of it, that I actually do expect us to try to get back, on Sunday. So Friday, we fell out of it. And then last night, I told you, I expect us to try to get back into it and then reject off of it. So you see here, we tried to push back up into the channel and we failed and we closed back outside of it. So you're back outside of that channel. All right. You're back outside of that channel. For me, I would like to see a small red day tomorrow. I would like to see a small red day tomorrow. And then depending on what Jerome Powell says, I would like to see a day that looks like this. Okay, so this is what I would like to see for the next 2 days. Right, I would like to see something that looks like this over the next 2 days, but we're going to need Jerome Powell to get a little hawkish, and we're going to need that dot plot to get pushed out to maybe 2 rate cuts in order for us, I think, to get this price action. Okay, but if we get a hawkish Jerome Powell on Wednesday, I think 505 is our target. All right, maybe even 503.5, but I think 505 is our target. If we get a hawkish Jerome Powell on Wednesday. Okay. I don't think you're going to get a real big wide range candle tomorrow because it's the day before the Fed. We're sitting underneath this technical level. That's why I think you might just get a little bit of a slow, little smaller candle, kind of similar to what you got today. And then the bigger kind of wider range one on Wednesday, if Powell, is hawkish. If he's not, then you're probably just going to try to bounce this right back up and try to get back up into, you'll probably try to get back up into the channel and test those all-time highs. But I am leaning towards the downward move. But we'll plan more for the Fed. We'll plan more for that tomorrow. We'll see what the candle looks like tomorrow if I'm right about that price action. You've got very important a conference, the GTC conference with NVIDIA. You had some volatility with NVIDIA after the close. That conference began at 4 p.m., 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, and that gave you some volatility on NVIDIA after hours. You can see after hours, you had a little dip here, a bounce, and then kind of traded back down there towards those lows. This is a 3-day conference, all right? This 3-day developer conference with NVIDIA. This could create some volatility for us depending on what happens at this conference. NVIDIA's, unveiling some new products and some new chips. They're talking like a $40,000, $40,000 to $50,000 price tag on some of these new chips that they're developing, which is going to improve margins, but does it hurt demand? We'll have to see about that. It's a very expensive price point for some of these new products that NVIDIA is coming out with, and they're going to be unveiling that and talking about it at the conference. And Jensen Huang's give this big keynote speech. So we got to just take a look and see what type of volatility that could create tomorrow, because if anything, I think that could be the bigger catalyst for us tomorrow while we wait for Fed meeting on Wednesday. All right, so we want to keep eyes there on NVIDIA. My target for NVIDIA, I talked to you guys about this. We talked about last night on the live stream, is actually right down here in the 830s. 830s is that level that I'm looking at. And you guys can see here, you had resistance. And then once you broke above it, that level started acting as support. And I just think that you're going to get down there and you're going to test that level. And maybe this conference is actually a little bit of a sell the news event on NVIDIA after you got this, what is a potential topping tail. You don't know if it's a topping tail yet, but that's a potential topping tail. And you have now, there's your all-time high. And now you have a very clear defined lower high, right? So lower high is getting put in, and let's just see if that causes a little bit more of a profit take on NVIDIA, and NVIDIA gets down into the 830s. I think that is a realistic price movement and some price action that we can get. But again, these are all things that have some fundamental news catalysts. You never know what those news catalysts are going to be, but possibly a sell the news type of event kind of incoming on NVIDIA. And if you get that, that pulls down the rest of the AI sector, that pulls down the rest of the tech sector, which should pull down the rest of the entire index. And then that's when you can get a little bit of that little red candle, red day action tomorrow ahead of Fed meeting. So we're going to pay attention to that. That's what I think you could see going into tomorrow. Okay. Excellent. Now we're going to move on to that segment called Grade My Stock. All right, grade my stock. I know you guys really enjoy the grade my stock segment. So how does this work? You guys call out a ticker symbol. I give it a grade, A, B, C, D, F. All right. I will explain to you why I am giving that grade for the particular stock. This is not something that is, I'm not giving you grades necessarily on like a day trade setup. It's kind of a little bit more of a longer term viewpoint on the stock. And I will give you my exact reasons why that is. Guys, again, don't forget ttgoffer.com. Coupon code is TTG121. You'll click apply code. Price then drops down to the $5.97. You got the W money back guarantee, which I honestly don't think that you need, but it's there for peace of mind. If you have any questions, text us 1-888-306-8783. FCX. FCX. You asked me a tough one. FCX is a tough one, Trevor. Not gonna lie to you. Oh man, FCX is a tough one. So here's my thoughts on FCX. And yeah, SCCO is another copper company that's actually breaking out right now to all-time highs. Real clean breakout there in SCCO. Beautiful move. And these copper stocks have made some really good moves lately because copper has exploded. So the price of copper has exploded, right? I think you're well over $8,000 a ton now on copper. So you've had some really great movement there. Now, a lot of the bullishness behind copper is this soft landing scenario where the economy is doing much better than people had anticipated. And copper is something that's used obviously in a lot of different, infrastructure and construction and everything else. So copper is seeing a lot of kind of unexpected demand, and that has shot copper to the upside. FCX, though, however, unlike SCCO, FCX is not breaking through its all-time highs. In fact, it's actually still underneath a massive level of resistance. So if you are bullish on copper, you have to be bullish. You have to assume it is 100% a soft landing. You also should assume, if you're bullish on copper, that China is going to recover. I'm just giving you the if. I'm not saying this is what I think. I'm giving you the if. If the economy were to falter going into the middle of the year, into the end of the year, if recessionary signals begin to peak their ugly head, copper is going to come back down, and these stocks will come back down with it. This is kind of a catch-up play for people that kind of not positioned for a soft landing, where now they say, okay, well, if there's going to be a soft landing, then we should be able to see better demand for copper. And copper has now started to rally. Okay. I'm going to give FCX a B-. The reason I'm giving it a B-, I like the company, but I just think that there's a decent resistance level up here, and I'm not so sure FCX is going to be able to break through that $50 to $52 resistance level. So I kind of feel like rather than buying the breakout, I'd rather be selling into the all-time high, not all-time high, but I'd rather be selling into this previous pivot high resistance, right? You have this massive double top from its all-time high back during 2008 to 2010, 11, right? You see this huge double top there, and it's at 60. So if this pushes to 50, I don't think you break 50, 52. I don't think you break 60. So if you do get up into this region, I think it's hey, let's take profit rather than, hey, let's get long. Okay, so that's why I'm not giving it an A. I'm going to give that more like a B-. We have to welcome Manuel. Manuel, welcome to the family. We have 18 of those spots left. Everybody welcome Manuel. All right. Manuel, welcome. 18 of those spots left. All right, 18 spots left. Manuel, welcome to the TTG fan. Okay, let's see. What else do we got next up on the list? Oh, Lululemon, I see. Someone's asking about the Lulu. I like Lululemon. I'm giving Lululemon. I'm giving this one a B+, and I'll give it a B+ on the back of this little cup and handle pattern. You guys check this out here. Right? There's your cup. There's your handle. Open up the steeple and see all the people. There it is. Right? So nice little potential cup and handle there for Lulu. I also love what Lululemon is doing and how they have completely revamped their brand. Lululemon initially, if you went back many years ago, Lululemon was seen as a women-only brand. It was all about leggings. It was all about yoga gear and everything else. Lululemon has completely changed their brand, and the growth that they're seeing in their men's division is actually fantastic. I actually am a huge fan of Lululemon's men's clothing. I've got a bunch of shirts. I got a bunch of pants. They're actually fantastic clothes, and they're really super comfortable. I actually really like some of their stuff. And I like that they were able to kind of make that transition and kind of change their brand. And what they've essentially done is they're kind of establishing themselves as a higher end luxury clothing brand. And what the reason why I'm not giving it a straight A is because I am not yet sold that you're not going to potentially get you're not going to potentially get a little bit of a consumer slowdown here. And Lululemon is a higher end brand, but it's not a super high end brand. Super high end brands tend to hold up a little bit better during economic slowdowns because super high end, the class of consumer that purchases those products is not sometimes as easily affected by an economic slowdown. So like someone that's going to spend $10,000 on a Chanel purse, right? That person may not be as adversely affected by an economic slowdown, or they're not living necessarily paycheck to paycheck. But when you have a brand like a Lululemon and these like kind of they're not like super high luxury, but they're kind of like on the higher end. A lot of times the allure of the brand will pull a lower income class person up to purchase their products. But those are the consumers that when the economy slows down, those are consumers that will stop buying those products. Right? So I think that I don't necessarily think that you're completely like out of those woods there yet. I think you could still see a little bit of a slowdown. So that's why I'm not just labeling it as a straight A. I would not be surprised if this pulled back to like 400, 410. But then I think maybe that's a spot where you can start nibbling on it. Chart looks good. I like the company long-term. Long-term, I think I would probably give it an A, but if you want to hold it for the long-term, but from a little bit of a shorter-term time frame, I'll give it that B. We got to welcome David. David, welcome to the TTG family. Longtime viewer of the YouTube channel. David, welcome to the TTG family. That means we're down to 17 spots. Guys, again, go to ttgoffer.com and then use that code, TTG121, click apply code. The price will then drop down to the $597. All right, next up, Pinterest. Pinterest. I'll give Pinterest a C plus, kind of a B minus. I'm not crazy about Pinterest. They have not yet really been able to monetize their platform the best. They got a great platform. I just don't think that they've done the best job of monetizing it. I think it's more likely maybe a possible takeover target down the road. But as far as like really great upside, like, do I think the stock's going to go back to like 65, 80 bucks? I don't really think it is. I do think there's a decent spot you can get long at 30. And I'll just draw this for you guys. You can kind of see this little resistance level that you had here from like 29 to 31. So if you see this level here from 29 to 31, right? Resistance. See this resistance level here? You broke above that, rallied, and now like it looks like you kind of want to pull back into it. and then you have this yellow line, which is the 200-day moving average. I think that is actually a pretty great buy point for it. So if you kind of drop into this zone and then maybe get long and then bounce out of it for like a nice little trade, I think that is probably the best way to play this. That's probably how I would play it, but I don't like it enough for like a permanent spot in the long-term portfolio. Pfizer, somebody says. I actually just recently added to my Pfizer position at $26. So I actually just recently bought some Pfizer at $26. I don't mind owning Pfizer at this support level. I'll show you this support level. This is a major level that's been intact for the last 11 years. And if you look back at Pfizer, you go all the way back to 2013 to find support. 2014, there's 2015, there's 2016, there's 2020, there's 2023, and there's 2024. So when I take a look at this level at 26, a level that's been support for the last 11 years, I have no problem executing a buy right here and also get myself a 6% dividend. Turn that dividend to automatically reinvest. Instead of taking a 6% check on your investment, you just buy more shares with it, and then your dividend gets bigger with free money, right? Your position gets bigger with free money, your dividend gets bigger with free money, and then you use the dividend to continuously buy more shares to make your position bigger for free. So I have no problem owning it down here. So I actually just bought some at 26. It's got a 6% dividend. I'm cool with it. I think this thing bounces back up into the low 30s. So I'm going to give this a B, but I do think that you can get back to here with a 6% dividend. Reddit. Oh man, Reddit. Well, they haven't gone public yet, but they're going public. I have absolutely zero intention of owning Reddit in my long-term portfolio. I will not be buying it in my long-term portfolio. I'll trade the IPO probably, but I am not buying Reddit in my long-term portfolio. I know they have a huge platform, huge user base. I don't know how they've done monetizing their audience. I don't know what their revenue per user is. I'm not sure what the growth. I'm not sure of any of their numbers and any of their statistics. I think it's probably more likely than, you're definitely going to get some action. This will be the biggest valuation IPO we've had in a couple of years. So it definitely is going to bring a lot of attention, but I don't know. I got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about the IPO. I think they're going to come out kind of, I don't know. I'm not buying it. So I'm not going to give it an A. I'm not giving it a B. I'm going to give it a C. I'm not buying it. Even if the stock rallies off the IPO, I'm still not buying it. I still think that because it might. That's what I actually think. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement around because we haven't had a lot of IPOs over the last couple of years. The IPO market's actually been pretty dead. So this is a large IPO and people are like yearning for, a new issue and a new IPO. So I think it will probably pump for the first couple of days, but then I think it reverses. So I'm not something that I'm looking to get involved in. I'm going to give it a C. Zillow. I don't like Zillow. I'm giving Zillow a C. Zillow hasn't really been able to execute well on a couple of different things. They tried this like home purchasing program. It didn't work. I don't know. I'm giving it a C. I don't own it. I don't plan on owning it. You got a very obvious resistance over here at 60, and then you have another resistance over here at 65. So you got two huge resistance levels here, one at 65 and one at 60. So I'm giving this a C. I think it's, not something that I'm looking to buy in my long-term portfolio. Chewy, ooh, man, Chewy's like a D. Yeah, for me, there's nothing in this chart that makes me want to go anywhere near shares of this company. It's sitting right near all-time lows. There's nothing here that makes me want to go long this stock. You're sitting here at these all-time lows here, and they really were not been able to recover after the COVID surge, and Chewy is identical to Peloton, and neither one of these companies are ones that I'm looking to get involved in. They have not been able to shift and recover after COVID. They, all that demand was pulled forward, and they have not been able to get themselves back to where they were, or even remotely close to back to where they were. There's a lot of companies that are like that. You have like Teladoc, that's like that, right? Teladoc has never been able to recover, right? You're sitting out here damn near you're at all-time lows on Teladoc. I don't want anything to do with that, right? You have Zoom Video. Zoom Video has not been able to recover. Zoom Video is better than the others because Zoom Video never broke its IPO all-time low. That's at like $60. So if you go all the way back to its IPO in 2019, it's been support, right? This level is never broken. So I would say Zoom Video looks better than Peloton, looks better than Chewy. But like these are stock, looks better than Teladoc because it hasn't broken this level. But I don't like how none of these stocks have been able to even remotely try and recover those COVID darlings. I don't like it at all. Netflix was able to recover, right? Netflix was able to recover. Meta was able to recover. A lot of these other stocks have not been able to recover, and I want nothing to do with them. All right, folks, that wraps things up there for this session of Grade My Stock. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a fantastic accelerator session this evening. I just finished up another day of my accelerator group. I do these 9-week accelerators with about 500 of our members at a time, and just unbelievable session that we had today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, if you guys have not yet done so, go to ttgoffer.com and use that coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. The price drops down to $5.97. Check out and you're good to go. Don't forget, you got the double your money back guarantee to give you peace of mind. If you can't make back the $5.97 at least once, we'll give you back $1,194. The double your money back guarantee is right there. It is on the checkout page in black and white. Yes, it is real. Just simply go read it. If you have any questions at all, or you're having a tough time signing up, just send us a text, 1-888-306-8783. That does it for me. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. My TT fam, I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. If you have not yet done so, smash that like button, show some love. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on these streams, all right? I'll see you guys all later. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest